Sard, hey, what's up? If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. No, I have this letter. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Yep. Whoa!
Amarang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose.
Wow.
When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Amarang meant majestic land in the language of his people.
Oh.
And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh. Dude, the music is so nice, so calming. Oof. No matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. I see. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you into the Inn of the Journey's Hand. Journey's Head, I'm sorry. Which is where this Alisae friend of yours is staying. Alisae! But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop at Souq to break the trek, allowing me to attend some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the river of sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. They built them big, didn't they? That's Qasr Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Arang. Oh. Seeing what was left behind, I believe when they say that it is once one of the Norvrant's mightiest nations. Oh, so it used to be... I see. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Arang's lands were lost to the light. Its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days. Not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amara roost for me in my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Souq. Let's press on, shall we? Okay. Souq. Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen? I'll go ahead and let him know we're arrived. Okay. Oh. Oh wait! That's a kobold! Yeah! I do know that they're called many different names in the first than in the source. So this is very interesting. So this is a Mord.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Hi.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Souq.
Hey.
Souq is Mordish for city. As things stand, this Souq boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Amarang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Amarang by choice, but Mord Souq's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Oh.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money.
Much money. Good money.
And so our Souq is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
The locals.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh. How very kind.
A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Why would you... Okay, that's so... Why would you say that out loud? Yeah, look.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here! Come and look!
You buy, you buy.
Oh my lord.
Enough of that! Come, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Aw, how nice. Hello, Ronron. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time. Stare and sniff before you choose. But no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Ooh. Oh, you like those? Chewy skewers. I find small frogs under rocks. Spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. That's my ever-burning bounty. Made with the best parts of the lizard. Cured with the special spicy spices. Fine, some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on a chilly desert nights. Okay, cool. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Everyone's favorite. Plump white worm slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want to eat any other treat. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? Now that I looked all 4 of them, I think I might go for the mush loaf. Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? And done! One verbotite honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. Yay! Thanks. Oh my god! Every last mouthful! What an appetite! What a belly! A new legend is born in Mord Souq. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored yours. I was watching from here, Nemu. You honored our custom, and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mord Souq. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful. But I don't envy you the belly ache you'll have on the morrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure in a touch? I have a few details left to close before I can conclude my business here in Souq. Yeah, no worries. Oh! Offering your services, are you? Aye. Well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for. You just need to do the lifting and carrying. Yeah, no problem. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Aye, that's the lot. Alright, good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in this place before. I thought you'd want to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard? It feels like an age since I last saw you. Oh! Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alisae. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisae told me so much about you. You're Nemu, aren't you? Yeah. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories! I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer in the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisae quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Nemu's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it won't be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Alisae has been desperate to see you, Nemu, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal out of us? Yes, no problem. I thought you might. Alisae was always saying how much you... I mean, let's get going, shall we? Hey. This is it! Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make a trip home. Alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? Oh. Oh no. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisae arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alisae who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisae give you the full explanation. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out to the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Okay. Whoa. It's a sin eater. Alisae!
Is that... It can't be.
Oh my god! Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh my god.
We've fought them to a standstill then.
Yeah.
The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphonse must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least.
I see.
When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision.
Yeah.
He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
Okay.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood.
Yeah.
100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down.
Oh.
Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
I see.
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures or people that were caught in the path of the flood.
That's so sad.
Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach.
That's so sad.
But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities.
Oh shit.
They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh no, that's what Tesleen was talking about when they were afflicted. They had no choice but to stay. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you. You know, I kind of find it interesting that Alisae and Alphino, during their first year in this place, they've changed a lot. I can only imagine Urianger, Y'shtola, and even Thancred. He stayed here for like 5 years. I'm pretty sure they've changed a lot as well. And I've only been here for like, what, several days? Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way you can have undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out here, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting! How did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking in the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser Sin Eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator that you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the Void Scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful Sin Eater goes on a hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of the weaker kin. Imagine an army of creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To call their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Alisae tells me you helped me out of her patrol. You have our thanks. And my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alisae missed your company. Everything is always, if Nemu were here, she would. Oh my god. That's an exaggeration. And I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Nemu's methods. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that I need going. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisae? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisae. While we do that, could you attend to a few patients perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying few words to them, and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Ponmil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Okay. Hello. Thank you. No problem. Oh, his skin is turning white. Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. This is really hard. Oh. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. So sad. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. You've seen to the patients? How are they? Not so good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. Yeah. So sad. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Nemu to Mord Souq if you have any errands that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassard's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Nemu. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Oh ho, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares? Actually, you were looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one. Free of charge. Hey, thanks! Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh boy. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Yes! Glazed Wrigglers! You actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we? Whoa. Oh.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond?
Oh shit. I thought it was the sea, but...
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Oh my god.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light.
That's fucked up.
The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food.
Oh.
In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Oh. I see. Honestly, I feel like that's a better method than just killing them right on the spot. That really sucks though.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yes, I remember that.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
Oh, yes.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
Oh, no you didn't.
So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here.
Oh, I see.
And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for a welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
I'll have another bowl then.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Oh no.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place.
Yeah.
I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
Oh.
The Warrior of Darkness?
Oh?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrant could tell you a version of it.
Tell us.
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea.
Oh.
Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
What? What's going on?
They're coming.
What?
Tesleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh no. Oh no. Nemu, Alisae, we have to look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone... We'll assign the search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search into the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south.
Any sign of him?
No. I can't find him.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
What the fuck? What?
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones.
That was the one from the trailer.
Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
There it is!
Oh shit. Oh no.
Is that... Oh no!
No!
Halric!
No! thank God.
We have to run!
Tesleen!
Tesleen, no!
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
Oh no!
The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
Oh no!
Mother, I...
Oh no! No, don't. No! Oh my fucking God! No!
No, 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 no!
No! No! No! Sorry. What the fuck, man? Rip that out of my heart. Oh my God. Fuck. I'm sorry, Nemu. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. It's okay, I'll tell them. I have bad news. I'm really sorry. It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared. There shouldn't be any pain. All the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate that what you're doing here. Me? I can barely. I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving the people a chance to say their goodbyes. Ah, fuck. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. I've spoken with them. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you enough. Thank you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late. Too slow. And I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things that are beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you all forgive me for leaving you. And you will delay Halric's last Mia for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course. She would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesleen's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? What if it were the only, even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now, hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light. But how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Forgive me, Nemu. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. From Eorzea's sword in the darkness to Norvred's sword in the light? Gods above, it feels like an age ago now. Miss Alisae, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftness, Amaro. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Ugh. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Amarang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the seniors out. Shall we? She's just gone now. They say they can't go back, but I'd like to think that they're already gone, so I can just take care of them when the time comes. Thank you for seeking me out, Nemu. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. And looking at Alphino, I'd say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lead our experiences before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. Then we can decide where to go from there. I didn't think I would get feelsy so soon. I mean, I didn't think I would cry, man. That's so sad. Well, now all we can do is just move forward from here, I guess. I hope you all enjoyed this one. and my uncontrollable tears. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.